Hello, 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 good people. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good people, whatever time you're watching. I am Sharea. Welcome to Freedom to Shine channel. We are talking um, Wednesday wisdom, and today I'm going to talk about the power of a good routine, morning routine as a business owner. It is one of the things that has helped me to maintain and to be as successful as I am in my business. And so I figured, why not bring it to you live in terms, or why not tell you a little bit about what my routine looks like? Just give me just a second. You have to forgive me. Power went out last night here in the house. Well, early this morning, didn't come back on. So I am a little uh discombobulated, I guess, in a sense, because I don't know about y'all, but once that power go off, it messes up your sleep. It messes up, especially when it's early in the morning, going into late night, going into early morning. Anyway, today we're going to talk about morning routine. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to our channel for all things Black women, and joy and happiness and emotional intelligence and emotional regulation and all those good things. But I've also added a little bit of addition for those who are journeying into business and or interested in business with my Wellness Wednesday, because that is something that I am successful at outside of the social media world, which is my day to day business as a therapist, consultant, and owner of a group practice that does mental health professional trainings for those who are out there. So today we're talking morning routine. Oddly enough, today, like I said, my morning routine was shifted because of the electricity and the things, all that good stuff going out. But the one thing that I want to start with saying is that the reason why I live such a balanced life and the foundation of all of my actual success is that I'm faith based, in the sense that I believe that God is the foundation to all of my success. And so I want to preference that my morning routine is going to look this way based off of my beliefs. And so I want to be honest about what I do related to reading the Bible, getting up every morning, and making sure that that's how I start my day and my intentions for the day. And so I want to make that clear. And I also will talk about at the end how you can also take yourself and how you identify related to your spiritual and beliefs, and create the same routine for yourself. So what do I first do? When I get up, I am not a person who believes in getting up at 5 in the morning. That's just not me. I was consistently doing 6 o'clock or 6:15 ish earlier in the year, but things shifted in my life, and so my schedule being a little bit later allows me to get up between the time frame of 6 to 7:30, where I can be successful with getting out and getting into my workout and everything. So let me say that. So for me, I want you to think about the starting of your day based off of what your day looks like. Because of the type of work I do, related to seeing clients and having sometimes evening activities, I shifted my day to start a little later. But when I'm working 9 to 5, I try to be up no later than 7:15, 7:30 out of my bed. But before I even move and shift and get up out of the bed, I start with really looking at the day from the perspective of my faith, and start looking at the day from the perspective of what I need to fill myself up before I get out into the world. So the first thing that I do is I take a moment to just thank God. During that time, I'm thanking God for things like waking up that morning, having sight, being able to roll over to a happy marriage and a successful relationship, being able to have my right mind. I'm thanking God for a number of things, even before I start doing anything about getting up or sitting up or doing anything around movement. So, my first initial thing for every morning is to thank God according to the blessings that I've had from just even waking up. And I've tried very hard to focus on the things that are specifically about non-materialistic things. And so if you heard me say my breath, my life, my relationship, my bed that I lay in terms of just being able to rest well. And so I think about it from that perspective, because All of us may have not woken up this morning. Some people didn't get the opportunity to sleep and have a good relationship. I'm looking at the things that are really about my success and my holistic success as an individual. And I'm thanking God for those things. Then I spend the first 30 minutes in doing two things, in prayer and reading the Bible. And so what that looks like is this is my quiet time before I'm even exiting the bed itself. No matter what else I do for that day, I don't care if I woke up late. I'm going to spend that time around 30 minutes doing my readings and my prayer. That quiet time is with me and God. I try to center my thoughts around the good things in life, peace, and then I'm gaining wisdom according to whatever biblical verse and or devotional that I'm actually participating in that morning. And so this allows me some time to think about, what am I going to journal on today? What am I going to look out for today as I'm reflecting and navigating individuals and life and people, my staff, myself, and my relationships in the different coaching opportunities that I might be doing? What am I going to be looking out to make sure that I'm extending people the opportunity to see God in me? And so I'm doing this very intentional around listening to the word, praying, and then reflecting in terms of either journaling and or an intention for the day. And so that's the first 30, probably 35 minutes of me just even getting up. Is really about 35 to minutes. Sometimes it goes to an hour, because depending on if I add music in terms of devotional and worship, it could go sometimes an hour. And so I try not to rush the experience. And so I really caution you, when you think about how you start your morning, to give yourself enough time to be able to allow for there to be some freedom and shift from it being exactly 30 minutes. And so for me, I try to do that hourish time where I'm just spending it with God. So after my devotions, this is usually when I'm trying to do either a light stretch to get out of the bed. But then at that point, I'm actually putting on my workout clothes and I'm getting ready to do my first workout for the day, or my workout for the day. And so that could consist of yoga, um, it could consist of yoga, stretching, um, walking, because sometimes I just, if the weather is really nice, I like to just go out and walk. And or it can be the treadmill and or some form of program that I'm doing related to my workout for that season. So right now I'm doing a mixture of cardio and whole body workouts every morning. For like the last couple of weeks, I got a little sick last week, so actually it's I had about 4 days off because of that. But what I did was, or what I do is to try to make sure that I balance that workout with things that are going to make me feel good in my body as well. And so then after that time, I'm thinking about what would my day look like related to food. And so usually if I haven't already packed my lunch the day before and or planned out my lunch for the week, the day or already that Sunday, what I'm doing that next moment is preparing myself a healthy snack for me to snack on the way. Can be a smoothie, can be some form of quick breakfast smoothie, because I like to spend more time with God. So I usually will do some type of light smoothie related kind of breakfast. And then my lunch is actually being packed, salad, sandwich, whatever that is for myself. And so that becomes the first portion of my routine. But then I'm going to make sure that there is this level of understanding that at the end of me packing my lunch, getting ready to go, when I first get to the office, I do what I consider my intentions and my schedule and planning for the day. And so before I even open up my laptop, I will create my intentions and my priority list for that day. And priority lists are things like tasks, goals, things that I want to achieve or are capable of achieving in that day around the meetings that I may have already in place. And so as a businesswoman, it's crucial for me to stay organized. And so one of the things that I try to do is, before I even turn or look at emails, I am really trying to map out what is in my control, what I can put into my schedule. And then I'm assessing if it can go, once I turn my laptop, if it where it will go on my calendar or schedule, if I haven't already blocked it out. Because sometimes on Sundays I will do what is considered block schedules for what I know I have coming up that week. Um, and so this is important. And one of the reasons why this is important for me to do is because it's also going to be based off of that prayer and that time with God earlier that day, where I can kind of determine what God wanted me to leave in today. What message did I get from my devotional that I want to make sure I am participating in with being able to reflect in my actions and my day-to-day actions. And so it really becomes important for me to show up and to reflect the love of God according to my beliefs, as well as also understanding that I need to stay organized and be able to also take care of my body in this whole process. So if you listen to my morning routine, here's really what you're hearing. I get up when I'm giving myself mentally enough time to just engage in what brings me joy related to what I'm grateful for and thankful for. And then I'm also going to participate in my faith and in my beliefs by reading scripture, praying, and also doing worship time with music. And so that's something that I do every morning before I even get up to do anything else. Then I'm going to do my workout. My morning routine is usually a 30 to 40-minute workout, depending on what time I have to be in the office. After that 30 to 45-minute workout, then I'm going to get myself together to walk out the door with my already either prepped lunch and or smoothie that I've already prepped in order to get out the door on time. Then after that, when I get to the office, before I turn on my laptop, I'm going to do my intentions and my priority list. For me, I like to write it out so that it can be real for me. And then I can kind of like be successful in crossing things out each day. And I can even show you, like, here's an example for that today for me. I'm working from home, but I still do the same thing. And then as I'm finishing that up, I'm thankful looking at how I can use what I learned in my devotions that morning to be able to participate in my world that day. And so you as a professional businesswoman can do these same things. You want to really think about, how do you show up for yourself every day to take care of yourself? If you listen to that morning routine, what you heard was a holistic approach to myself, my spiritual self, my physical self, my my mental health, but then also my business, and the importance of getting my business really up and going for the day. Understanding that my morning routine is exactly that, my morning routine. It helps you to stay grounded in your faith. It helps you to take care of your body. It helps you to be productive in the day when your productivity list. And I hope that you found some inspiration to know that you can be able to adapt this to your same self, right? So, for example, if you are not a Christian or someone who believes in reading the Bible in the morning, you might substitute that with positive or inspirational videos and music or readings that will encourage you as an individual. You can change some of the things, but think about making sure you incorporate your mind, body, and soul in your morning routine. As a business person, being organized, that part about getting to my office and doing that work in the morning, even if you heard I gave some tips a little earlier about block scheduling, or said some things about block scheduling and preparing Sunday for the whole week, those are things that are going to keep you organized and ready. But that morning routine is going to be your key to success. So get up, take care of your mind, take care of your spirit, take care of your body, and get moving. And I hope that you got something from this message today. Take care of yourselves. Everybody be well. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to our channels. If you got something out of this, also feel free to share it with those that might benefit from our new tips, which is our our Wednesday wisdom for small business owners. Y'all take good care of yourselves. Be well.